The guy drops down in front of the thugs and immediately starts throwing hands. His sidekick calls out to the singer, telling her to run to the car. He holds the thugs back, attacking while roots shoot out from his suit. He moves quickly, dodging the blows aimed at him as the thugs try to take him down. In a technologically advanced Earth, a guide talks to a group of genetically enhanced children on an excursion at the Genesis Institute. She informs them about how the present day, where people are classified as either genetic or special, has evolved with the help of a genetic engineer who found and utilized the Genesis tree. Meanwhile, a man called Leon, who has plans to steal the Genesis flower from the Institute, sneaks into the Institute alongside his sidekick, Chloe. Shortly after, Leon gets into position and tells Chloe about it. Chloe, who is disguised as one of the children on an excursion to the Institute, acknowledges Leon's words and continues listening to the guide. Soon, Leon releases a robotic mouse, which one of the guards picks up. A gas is released from it, which knocks both of them out. Seeing this, Leon wheels himself towards them and takes a key from the body of one of the guards. Leon uses the key to open a panel that exposes valves and pipes leading to other parts of the Institute. Shortly after, he connects a gas canister to one of the valves, with the gas taking effect on the workers present in the laboratory where the canister's contents were directed. After seeing this, Leon moves to the next phase of his plan when he runs into a problem. Leon lets Chloe know that the code to access the laboratory is incorrect and instructs her to obtain a new one. To do this, Chloe creates a scene in the excursion group to attract the attention of one of the guards. When she gets close enough to the guard, she steals a book containing codes that allow access to every unit in the facility. After flipping through the book, she finds the necessary code for Leon to access the laboratory. Moments after entering the code given to him into the system, he gains access to the laboratory. Leon wheels himself towards the control tab and opens up the enclosure to the Genesis tree. He moves near the tree and cuts a flower from it. This triggered the alarm at the Institute, leading to a lockdown and evacuation announcement. Leon quickly keeps the flower he had cut from the tree and heads towards the building's exit, where Chloe is waiting. As the children on the excursion are being processed out of the building, Leon arrives just in time to pass the Genesis flower to Chloe and avoid being caught by the security officials. Soon, they make it safely out of the building with the flower and leave the genetic district. Somewhere above the Genetic Institute, Senator Kessler speaks on a giant screen, urging everyone to join him in bringing his idea, Proposition 42, to life, which would allow specials, who are ordinary human beings, become genetically enhanced. Somewhere else, a genetic Mira who has the gift of singing prepares for her concert taking place at the Special District as a show of support for Senator Kessler's Proposition 42 bill. When Leon and Chloe arrive at the Special District, Chloe gets distracted by a message being aired on TV involving Senator Kessler, who is speaking about Proposition 42. He reveals that he has been working on the development of a drug for many years, which would enable genetic enhancement to take place not only before birth but also during adulthood for everyone, including the specials. Later on, Chloe is snapped back to reality when Leon calls to remind her that they need to get going. When they arrive home, Leon brings the flower out of Chloe's teddy where he stuffed it. He lets Chloe know that stealing the flower was worth it, as they can now make good money by harnessing the flower's energy. After attending to customers for the day, they get a call from someone at St. Devonshire restaurant in the genetics district who needs their help in fixing his suit with their product to avoid being exposed. Chloe initially rejects the idea as they are closed for the day, and do not leave to meet with customers. Upon hearing that the man over the phone is willing to pay them a triple fee, Leon ignores the potential danger and agrees to head over to him. When Leon and Chloe arrive at St. Devonshire, they are led in by the man they spoke with over the phone. On the other side of the building, a group of men who call themselves the Anti-Genetic Squad storms in to murder as many genetics as they can find. A few seconds after Leon fixed the man's suit, the lights in the building went out. The man in the suit leaves to figure out what is happening outside. Understanding the danger that they might be in, Chloe tells Leon that they need to leave the building immediately. Elsewhere, the anti-genetics who had gained entrance earlier begin to hack and slash at the genetics they find in the restaurant, murdering them all in the process. Soon, the man in a suit staggers back to where Leon and Chloe are waiting for him. Shortly after arriving, he falls to the ground after letting them know the anti-genetics are in the building, murdering everyone. After listening to the man in a suit speak, Leon and Chloe quickly begin to look for a way out. Seeing as they wouldn't get far with him in a wheelchair, Leon tells Chloe to help him put on the dead man's suit. Moments later, two out of the anti-genetics come to where they are to see if they can find anyone else to murder. As the anti-genetics are about to leave, Leon's suit suddenly malfunctions, exposing their location. This event makes Leon and Chloe engage in a fight with the two men, and shortly after, they make their way out of the building. When Leon and Chloe arrive home, they see on the TV news that they have been branded as the perpetrators of the night's murders. As they continue to watch the news in disbelief, Captain Hughes, head of the Special Forces, commented to the reporter. In that moment, Leon notices a scar on the cheek of the captain, and reminds Chloe about her seeing it too. After thinking about it for a bit, they realize that the Special Forces officer is one of those responsible for the murders that took place. After coming to terms with the situation, Chloe asks Leon why the genetics would attack their own kind, as it makes no sense to her. Just then, she remembers picking up a piece of paper that one of their assailants dropped. After checking her pockets and bringing it out, she realizes that Mira is the next target for the anti-genetics. Chloe lets Leon know that they have to do something to save Mira, but he objects and tells her to pack her things to leave town. After a back and forth, Chloe disagrees with him about leaving without trying to save Mira and insults him before storming out of the building. Later on, Leon reflects and has a change of heart. By the time Chloe arrives back home, she is surprised to see Leon. He lets Chloe know that he will be staying to help save Mira.
Hell yeah!
Elsewhere in the Special District, Mira ends her show and heads towards her parked vehicle when the anti-genetics squad shows up to kidnap her. After taking out her security detail, the anti-genetics squad pulls and drags her towards their van when Leon arrives in a suit as a vigilante to save her. On the way, Leon explains everything to Mira and lets her know that she was the next target of the anti-genetics. Shortly after arriving at the warehouse, which they made use of as their home, Chloe assures Mira that she is safe with them. A short while later, Mira tends to the wounds Leon sustained during the fight. Leon explains the anti-genetics motive to Mira and lets her know that the group of anti-genetics posing to hate the genetics are doing so only to drive the hate for the specials further up, and also stop the approval of Proposition 42. Soon, they figure out the next target for the anti-genetics to be Senator Kessler, and make a plan to prevent them from getting him at an event he has at the Family Planning Center the next day. The next day, Leon, Chloe, and Mira head over to the Family Planning Center, with Chloe staying outside to be on the lookout for the arrival of the anti-genetics. When they arrive at the hospital, Mira poses as an expectant mother with Leon standing by her side. After successfully fooling the head doctor and gaining access to the building, they gather everyone into a room for Mira to sing to them for free, thereby ensuring the workers' safety. Shortly after doing this, Leon heads over to confront the anti-genetics who have just arrived at the Family Planning Center. When the anti-genetics see him, they let him know that he will not escape like he did the last time they met. The anti-genetics move towards Leon and give him a beating of his life. And while at it, Senator Kessler walks into the building with his security detail. Seeing this, the anti-genetics make a run for it. At that moment, it is revealed that Senator Kessler is Leon's dad and that Mira had actually warned him about the situation at hand. When Chloe gets into the building and realizes that Leon is Kessler's son, she is displeased with him for keeping such a secret from her. She heads out of the building, leaving Leon alone with Mira and Kessler. This turn of events swings support towards Kessler and Proposition 42. The next day, Proposition 42 is approved, allowing for postnatal genetic improvements for all citizens. This move enabled specials to begin their treatment by being transported to a medical facility outside the city controlled by Kessler, who has an ulterior motive to use them for his own gain. At the new facility, Kessler walks into his son's hospital room and lets him know that once the procedure is complete, he is free to do as he wishes. Soon, Mira walks in and takes Leon out of his hospital room. When they get to the other specials, Leon sees Chloe and calls out to her. She runs towards him and hugs him, happy to see him again. After reuniting with Chloe, Leon lets Mira and her know that he strongly believes that his father is behind all the anti-genetics attacks, but doesn't know why, as it doesn't add up. He lets them know that if he is right about his dad, the building's laboratory is the only way they will get substantial proof. Shortly after, the nurses come to get one of the specials and take him into the lab. At the lab, Chloe, who had hidden in the vent, records everything that happened with a camera, revealing that Senator Kessler simply wants to harvest the specials for the genetic individuals and cares less about giving the specials genetic enhancements. Later, when Chloe gets back to Mira and Leon, they play the recording from the laboratory, with the other specials also watching it. Seeing as Senator Kessler has no good intentions towards them, Leon tells the specials that they would have to fight and hold Kessler's men off till the police arrive. After retrieving his suit, Leon goes to his room and lies down on the hospital bed. As soon as his father walks in and comes near him, he stands up from the bed to grab his arm. Leon lets him know that he is aware of everything he has done, and shortly after, he walks out of the room and locks his father inside with the nurses. Outside, Leon meets with Chloe, and they head to the building's control room to send the recorded video to the police and request help. Chloe lets Leon know that she needs time to establish a connection to the police, and soon, Leon heads out to buy her some time. When he comes face to face with Hughes and his men, he is supported by the other specials. With the overwhelming number of specials, Hughes' men soon call for backup. Later, Hughes is left alone with Leon in the laboratory where the Genesis tree is cultivated. Knowing the defense system that the tree possesses, Leon troubles the flower of the tree, which immediately shoots at Hughes as he is about to strike him with his blade, ending his life in the process. Someplace else in the building, Chloe successfully reaches the police and requests that they come as soon as possible. When the police arrive, they arrest Kessler's men and put an end to the terror. In the news, it is made known that Kessler evaded capture after absconding from the hospital. Furthermore, it was revealed that the government rescinded Kessler's Proposition 42. With the help of Chloe and the other specials, Leon successfully put an end to his father's schemes of harvesting the specials for his selfish interest. If you were in Leon's position and had to go against your father to save everyone, would you do it despite knowing it would bring him down? Let me know your response in the comments. Until next time, guys. Peace out.